Hello folks, just thought I'd give you a little bit of history lesson here so that you can see where this country is going. Remember the pre-war, before the Gulf Kuwait incident, and how every day you would hear on the radio, especially the news, about prices for dealing on Wall Street with the oil, how they're always saying, oh, if we go into Kuwait, the chances of oil prices are going to go high. And of course that reflects your food and everything else you purchase. Remember how at the same time Kosovo, through President Clinton, prior to the Gulf incident, and how he had issues with Kosovo, and how that also affected the stock market, and said, oh, the prices of oil at the pump is going to go higher. Both affected prices in every way from gas to food. Remember when Clinton was in office and how Hillary Clinton was pushing her health care package, which contains the same basic language that we have today, and that failed by big business, and that had controlled by the Republican Party. Bush 2 gets into office. Again, prices of gas and food still high at $4 a gallon gas. They need an excuse to get into control of more oil, more power, so they had the invasion of Iraq. Why? When 9/11 was supposedly blamed on Al-Qaeda and all the other criminals, and that was coming from Afghanistan. Republicans got big money out of that, because war is business, war is money, and big profits. The rich got really rich, the poor got where? Going down. And they weren't getting as much. So what happened? Corporations, companies started to lay off in 2007. I got a feeling it's part of a plan, because they wanted to reduce the jobs and wages. Everything else at this time was getting rich for the top, getting poor for the little guy. But let's not forget something here. We all been hearing on TV and whatnot about the attacks against unions. Well, let's not forget why unions were put in place in the 30s and 40s. Because workers were getting shafted. So as a result, to protect the worker and a decent wage and reasonable hours to work, unions were established by the people. But now we're having attacks against unions because they're no good. They are only out for the big guy you've been hearing. Not so. Obama takes office, big business bailout, nothing for the workers. Poverty, more job loss. Millions on food stamps. The big guys ain't hurting. They're still collecting the $147,000 salary a year, plus additionals from bailout and payoffs and crooked deals through every organization and business you can dream of, from Wall Street to wars. Employers' wages reduced to $8.50 to $10 an hour. Still today attacking unions. Once they got where they wanted at these wages, now they're starting to rehire, but at that cheaper wage. Republicans, who we know now are all out for big bucks, realize these employers are willing to start to hire, but at that low wage, start offering jobs at $8.50 to $10 an hour. But because people who know can't survive on that wages, and some of them their hours are reduced, so they know they're not going to survive. So what happens? The Republican Party gets on the air and starts calling the average worker who's trying to survive lazy, animals, drug addicts, etc. Get the picture? Do you understand what's happening here? From the days of Clinton all the way to the present administration, it's been designed and set up so that the American worker will fail. Big business, corporate America, Wall Street, Federal Reserve will make tons of money. You're under their toes where they can squish you at any moment. They reduced your wages, brought you down to poverty, and then turn around and want you to be sacrificing everything, your home, your life, everything, your whole works, just for a lousy $8.50 to $10 an hour. Corporations, businesses will make tons of money, and you still survive by means of struggling. Kind of got the pictures set up by design, folks? This has been going on for far too long. Time to clean house, get rid of both parties. It's obvious neither one of them is doing anybody any good.